Hey guys, happy Friday. All right. How's your week been? So, happy Friday. So this is MTF School Study Hall, and good enough, yeah. Yeah. So this week on MTF School, we were talking about High Buick 3800 outdoors. We were talking about, oh God, Monday was, how to explore your gender identity, explore your gender identity without coming out if you're living in a place where it's not safe to do so or you don't have the support. And then today I made a reel talking about something we talked about on Instagram Live last Friday, which was telehealth HRT. So yeah. So I just want to see how everyone's doing. I'm going to be on here until 9 o'clock. And if there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. We also have a group chat for everyone who watches MTF School. So please do a wave emoji or whatever if you want me to add you. We've been celebrating some HRT birthdays this week, and talking about blahas and whether or not you're a complete trans woman without a blaha from IKEA. So please comment. And yeah, or we'll just hang out too. So yeah. And per usual, I'm going to do my makeup because I'm going to film MTF School after study hall so that I can take all of your suggestions and ideas and make some reels for the next week. So yeah. And do you guys have any fun weekend plans? I worked today, but tomorrow is my weekend. And, well, kind of, my normal day job is off tomorrow, but then I work for the podcast tomorrow. And we're filming with two amazing trans content creators for the podcast, for The Will of the Hunted. And we have a really fun episode coming out on Tuesday with my friend Trisha LaFay. Might go Stars and Stripes tomorrow. Is it, it's not 4th of July. What's special about tomorrow? It's definitely May. It's not July 4th, but had to think about it for a second. Oh, bowling. That's fun. Like competitively or just for fun? I'm going to start by doing the brows. I have moisturizer in my hair. That is... just for fun. Nice. I haven't gone bowling in... God, I don't know how long. It's been a while. But I'm also like so like short, and I have to do like a 6 or 8 pound ball because my hands are so small, and also I'm just weak and small. But it's fun. Sometimes I can get like a 7 or an 8. Mike's a really good bowler though. My boyfriend Mike, who's on the podcast as well, he's really good. He beats the fuck out of anyone who bowls against him. Welcome back. We're talking about bowling. Yes, she has been sculpted. I was going to say I have to stay semi-closeted because I live in a mostly red state, but I am on 3 years hormones, and I couldn't be happier. It has changed my life for the better. Wow. Well, I'm sorry that you have to stay semi-closeted, but I'm really glad that you were able to get on hormones and that it's making your life better and that you're happy. So hopefully someday you can be fully out. But even in a red state, I'm glad you got access to care, because that is life-saving for a lot of people. So yeah. I hope there's like people you can be yourself around though too, even if it's like overall not safe or supportive. But congratulations on getting on HRT. That is very exciting. And 3 years too. Wow. You did make it happen through telehealth. Do you mind me asking which company you went with? We were talking about Folks and Plume and Gender GP this week on MTF School. I don't really know anything about those. I like did some research. I looked at the Better Business Bureau reviews, but I didn't want to like make any assertions about them. Just alleged rumors. But it sounds like it's been successful for you, so whoever it was, I'm glad it's working. Tybella. Is that like a local thing, or is that like a national? Let me write that down. I don't get my levels checked because I hate needles and I have really bad anxiety, same. But for those like me, they will work around it and be safe as possible. Do you have to go to like, I'm curious, I guess, like if you're trying to still stay kind of closeted, do you have to go to like specific like providers or labs in your area where you can kind of get like the hormone panel and it's not like, you know, very visible. I feel that about needles though. I faint when I get my blood drawn. So I have to ask them to use the baby needles, which are the little like bendy plastic ones. And even then, it's too much. Thank you for telling me about how it's gone though. I'm writing down Tibella so I can look into that too. I'm glad it's working though. So you've been with them for 3 years? I honestly didn't know that. I thought that was a very, very recent thing. Hello? Sorry. I thought that was a very recent thing that like telehealth HRT became a thing, but I guess it's been a thing for a couple years. Did I do both eyebrows? I don't remember. Yes. I've never used telehealth HRT. I've only gone to in-person providers, but I've tried to find ones that have been pretty safe because I'm from New England, which is, some parts of it are good, some parts are very conservative. Maine, growing up in Maine, pretty conservative. New Hampshire, where I live now, very conservative. So I'd end up, like, a lot of times, like, driving to a bluer state, like Rhode Island or Massachusetts, to get my care. I don't think telehealth existed back when I was starting, though, either. I like that kind of gives you some anonymity as well, and, like... I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. No, unfortunately, kind of winging it. 24. You're 24 and have dealt with eating disorders and depression and anxiety and autism. So I only got blood drawn to get HRT, get on HRT, and haven't done it since. Gotcha. 24. So you've been on it for 3 years. Wow. Totally hear you about everything else you've been struggling with. And I'm sorry that you've been struggling with those things. Depression, anxiety, autism here too. Your local place you actually went to, that you got your blood drawn, got closed down, so they recommended telehealth, which you've been doing for mostly 2.5 years. Oh, okay. Yeah. Women's clinics, I mean, God, I don't know how many are in red states, but women's clinics have usually been very good places that I've found, like Planned Parenthood, women's health centers. They are very supportive about trans healthcare in general. But I hope the telehealth like program is able to kind of find places that are safe. Like they kind of have like a network. So, but yeah. I hate getting my blood drawn too, so I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm trying to have it done though, because do I have an endocrinologist? I'm not sure. No, I have a primary care who checks my levels. You live in Oregon. It's technically a blue state, but I live in the rural area, so yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Maine's like that too, where it's technically like a blue state, but it's if you're outside of Portland. My friend Obadiah lives in Oregon. I think he works in Portland. Yeah. Just got highlighter everywhere. Where's my sponge? Sponge. Well, I guess I'm using my powder puff. Let me see if I've blended this enough. Where's my mirror? I'm gonna powder that down. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Doing blush with eyeshadow. I do the corners of my forehead as well. I look like I have neglected hamster eyes right now. Or I should probably powder that. I'm gonna do my waterline. Just poked my brain through my eyeball. Okay. Can't see. Okay. Eyeshadow. Oh. I just need to find my flat wedgie brush. Where'd she go? I think it's in the place where the brushes get cleaned. So I'm going to just use this one. I'm going to go in with Fresh. I like this coppery base for my lid. I've been doing that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna do my crease with a crease brush that I am missing as well. So gonna just choose a random one. Gonna do, I've been using Quench, I think, like a little bit of a darker brownish, copperish for my crease. Well, I just knocked all of that off. Just gonna Hi. Hi, awkward but alive. Happy Friday. This brush sucks. Oh, it's plastic. Hate that. Yeah, I'm just doing my makeup and talking MTF school. This week we talked about, you know, telehealth, HRT, and gender expression when you're not like safe or supported enough to come out. Oh, thank you. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Okay. I dumped my highlighter on my floor last week, so I don't think I have any. I don't think I have anything comparable either. I don't have any white. I do have white. I guess we'll try this. Hey, Lacey. Oh, hey, Jer. Happy Friday. Wait, why? Why are you annoyed? You're trying to buy these super cute shoes off Facebook Marketplace but before 10 minutes before you met up to do the deal, she canceled. That bitch. What were the shoes? I can taste eyeshadow in my mouth. I'm gonna do eyeliner. I haven't done a lot of Marketplace shopping. My brother is like the king of Facebook Marketplace shopping. He buys everyone's old DS games, old Game Boys, by like the bucket, and then like renovates them and flips them. Really cute Mary Jane type sneakers I wanted to wear to go to dance class and rock climbing. That's cool. Mary Jane type sneakers. Where the fuck is my iPad? 1 second. I want to look up what Mary Jane shoes are. You'll send a pic. Okay. Get the makeup off my hand before I open Instagram. Oh. What's going on? Hello? There might be a sequel movie coming out to the movie I was in a couple years ago. I need to ask, is this a sequel? I can't spell sequel, apparently. Okay. Try to find, okay. Dude, yes. Okay. Oh, so cute. Oh, those are really cute. Let me zoom it in for the people who can't see. Yes, very nice. Very nice. Velcro strap. What? I've seen them as high as size 12s, but it's so hard to find anything above size 10s. T. No need to be so angry. Yeah, that's the thing about, I mean, coming from, like, being male to female and then wearing women's shoes is, I can do, like, a size 7.5, 8 women's, but my feet are wider than, like, a gynoid foot. So, like, I can fit in, like, a normal women's 7 or 8, but it's, like, tight. And you don't, I think you can get, like, wide versions, but, like, a lot of times I just, you know, go with it. What brand is that? Those are Mary, those are, oh, you said they're like Mary Jane's. Oh, how the hell? Okay. I keep liking comments and then they keep delete, like, just, anyways. What happened to the music? I have to show you these shoes really quick. Look at these. These are, I went thrift shopping with my best friend Parker, when I was on vacation, and he took me to this, like, vinyl store called Pops in Lexington, Kentucky, and I got these vintage Donna Karan, New York, yellow boots for, like, I think, God, they must have been $20. Thank you. I want to wear them so bad, but I don't want to, it has to be a very special occasion, you know, because these are amazing. I've never had, like, Doc Martens or anything, but these are just, what year are they from? They're 7.5 men's, that's why they fit. God, they're nice. I could barely get them in Mike's backpack on the plane home. I don't know. They smell like real leather. Sorry about your shoes, though. The first time since they're coming on. You got this. Music. I don't understand expensive shoes. I usually wear them until they're unwearable. Yeah, I wear hand-me-downs. I have my mom's hand-me-down Hokas, and I've worn them so much the sole is literally like flapping off at work right now. And I've been like ripping off the part of the sole that's been like coming off and like just gonna keep going because they're so expensive. So I hear you. Also, I used to know a lot of like sneakerheads and people who would spend like $300 on shoes just to keep them in a box. And I just don't understand that mentality either. So, but with these shoes, I just want to have like some really fun, cute, in-person thing to do, to like go and wear them. I also got this, let me show you this backpack really quick. This was a Walmart backpack actually. But it was $20. Look at this backpack. Hi Zilla's Bane. $20. This is so cute. It's seam lock reinforcement, but I'm like, this looks like a Uniqlo or some kind of like nicer brand. $20. And it's nice. It's really padded. So I can't wait to use. I need a in-person cute event to go to with these. Ugh. But yeah. Anyways. Oh no. So I did totally drop my makeup all over the floor again. At this point, I think it's a me problem. I don't even know where the rest of the bottle is. I just have the cap. That's alarming. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna do eyeliner. $20 for the bag is crazy. I swear I've seen it in the mall for like $80. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely a knockoff of something cool. But I really love the color. And $20, I was like, I'm an Old Navy girl. I'm a Kohl's diva, and I'm a Walmart princess. So $20, I'm like, fuck, yeah. But they do have like some really cool, like, step down versions of like designer stuff at Walmart. Sometimes they're fashion eats. And I buy a lot of my graphic tees for the podcast there. You're using all of those titles. The Kohl's divas. But I'm not gonna lie, even like where I work, yes. Like we have some like cute beachwear right now. And it's like expensive as hell, but I've definitely like I bought this it's like an outdoor beach blanket, but it's like 6 by 8 feet and it just rolls up like a sleeping bag, and I laid in the backyard after work today and like just stared up at the trees for like 15 minutes, and it was great. And I bought that for like $30. I have to show you this. You've probably already seen it, but I'll show you this lovely garment. I found this for $15 at a flea market in Lexington, Kentucky. Look at this. It's so cute. Like, hello? So I wore it to the Ethel Cain concert with Parker. And I'm obsessed with it. But yeah. I really like thrifting. Do I have anything else? It's like thrifted. I mean, I have Gary, my Fugler Gary from CVS. That's not really thrift. Those are the exciting things that I've found recently, I guess. But, the other thing I find at Walmart, sorry, I'm gonna, like, really flex my autism here. Oh my god, I don't want to drop them. What? Oh, fuck. They have all of the Acceleracers Silver Series 20th anniversary limited edition pop-up queen. And I definitely have like 3 sets of them because they were like $3 each, which is ridiculous. And then they also recently had Avatar: The Last Airbender Hot Wheels cars, which does not make any fucking sense, but sure, why not? Mike bought them for me. I think I want to like hang them up, maybe, because I don't know where else to put them. But I have so many, and then I have a full box of Star Wars action figures. So if anyone's curious, I'd be happy to go through them. Oh, I do need to show them. I did find Walmart did have on clearance during Shadow Lord Mall season, which is a sin, had a full-sized Shadow Lord Ball action figure with lightsabers. So I did buy it, and he sits on my little like collector shelf right across from my bed. So if you're wondering if I have autism, the answer is yes. I just can't figure out how to fucking whatever. So yes. And then I also found at a Walmart in Tennessee, they had Pikachu goldfish, and I couldn't get them like through security, and I couldn't fit it in my bag, so I just emptied it out and like brought the bag with me because I'm gonna frame it because it's so cute. Anyways, so that's my life. Eyeliner. But yeah, Mike and I go to Walmart every time we go grocery shopping, and we do the full loop. We check all the trading cards. We check the Pokemon aisle. We check the Star Wars aisle. We look for Magic the Gathering cards for him. I look at all the plants. I look at all the clearance to see if there's anything I can use for like the podcast set or just anything. And then I look at all of the men's and women's clothes because they have some good stuff. And the music ran out again. So, scalpers ruin the stores here. Yes. They've ruined everything. Do you pull Pokemon or Magic? The Walmarts and the Targets are always just fucking buried. Hi, Celeste. If you're still here. At CVS, where I work, we have a limit of 4 packs per person. And we, like, just recently started carrying... I'm still intimidated with eyeliner being blind without eyewear. I'm still intimidated with eyeliner being blind. Same. I can't, like, process what that means, but same. But yeah. I'm still intimidated with eyeliner Being blind without eyewear. Oh, so you're saying like wearing it without glasses on. I think. I'm like full tilt dissociated, so I'm like trying to read like, or I can read, I just can't process. But yeah, it was when I've worked at the drugstore for almost a year now, and they had not been carrying Pokemon at all because of the scalping. And then this spring they started stocking the mini tins. They started stocking booster packs. And I was like, holy shit. And then we started carrying like the full bundle boxes. And I was like, okay, well, a lot of it gets stolen anyway, but there's been a lot of people coming in to get it now. And that makes me happy because I love Pokemon. Oh, you can't see to put it on. I'm so sorry. As in they're scared to put it on because they won't have their glasses on and it's hard to see what they're doing. Okay, thank you. Oh, being able to do it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you both for... Yeah. Okay. Eyeliner's fun though. If you like it and have fun with it. I have hooded eyes, so like I have to be kind of careful about how I do it, otherwise it'll like become like the semicolon emoji. Just wait 1 second. The store you work at restocks. Oh, at the store you work at, restock people just stand there like zombies for an hour or more. It's kind of sad. Wow. Like the scalpers. Last fall, Mike fought some scalpers to get me one of the Destined Rivals tins. He was watching the restock people go at Target, and he was standing with like 4 people who were just like ready with bags, and they let him grab one for me, and then they took everything else. And I was like, that's depressing. Hi, Star Plus Gold. Okay. This is, not going well. But I believe we're going to fix it through the power of positive thinking. You're home now? Awesome. How am I doing today? I'm hanging in there. Trying my best. Thank you. How are you doing? Wait, this side's kind of eating. And this side... You're doing fine. Awesome. Fridays are usually, like, kind of tougher days for me. Because it's like... on Thursdays, I have my second therapy session of the week. And sisters, not twins. They're like pen pals, let's be real. Yeah, Thursdays I have EMDR, and then Fridays I'm usually kind of just like, but Friday's kind of like the night I have like most free, and I'm not working on the podcast, so I have been trying to set these aside so I can hang out with everyone and see you guys, so yeah. So I have my self-care materials to keep me going. I don't even think there's any blood relation here. Like, if I try to fix either, it's gonna overcorrect. I think blending and a prayer might be the only bet. Chosen family sister. No, but so true. I can feel it in my optical veins. I've also realized that in pretty much every MTF school I've posted since What? What? I don't have anything to clean it off with. Oh my god. Let me see if I have a towel. This is a nightmare. Oh. Okay, I have one right here. We're good. Oh my god. I see the chosen family is going through a rough patch. They're having a fight. There was a death in the family, and they are, going to small claims court right now. No. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's not fine. I'm getting makeup remover. Give me 20 seconds. Oh my god. Nothing with the dot always happens to me on my eyelid too, usually when I'm practically finished, and even better after I've already applied my eyeshadow. Yup. How is it over here? Thank you, Starfless Gold. Have a good weekend. If you do makeup, I hope it goes better than this. Oh my god. Oh, maybe we're back. The screaming is stopped for now. Did we survive? I still don't know how it ended up over here, but... Woof. Thank you. This is like watching your pet dog get hit by a car and then being like, it's okay, he's fine. He'll get back up and keep running. Guys, this is a losing battle. Okay. I hope no one looks to me for makeup tips, because... Oof. Eyeliner is hard to use. F in chat. Well, thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna grab something. I will be right back in 20 seconds. I'm sorry to keep leaving. I need something. Mama needed a caffeine pill. Okay. I've got this. Where's my fucking blend brush thing? Right here. I'm not giving up. I'm just going to redo the concealer, redo the eyeshadow. Have you tried taping off the area for the wing yet? No. Is that like the paper trick or like the... Like, do you literally use tape? I don't know if I have tape, but I could try that. Just gotta fucking go with it. If I don't have tape, would I be able to do it with something else? Okay. Did I like smudge it? What is going... Hello? You've only seen it in reels and haven't tried it out yet, but yes, exactly. Okay. Okay. I believe. Oh. Okay, we're gonna try that together. We're gonna say prayer. And we're gonna They make stencils. One girl I know uses them. Stencils. That actually sounds really helpful. You think paper works? Okay, I can definitely do that. I hope it's not thin enough that it's just gonna bleed through, but we'll figure it out. Didn't mean to flip you off. Apologies. Okay. The canvas is clean. Enough. Did you see that cloud? Okay, I'm gonna do the eyeshadow. And then we're gonna try the paper. Okay, gonna go in fresh. Sorry, I've been so like focused on the makeup. If anyone has any like anything about like their transition that they want to talk about, that's definitely way more important than this. So feel free. But I'm gonna still try to keep making this work in the meantime too. like, I'm definitely overtired, dissociated, and, like, ready for the weekend, but I'll be damned if I don't get this makeup to like, be at least decent enough. If anyone was on last week, I swear to fucking God, I had an expired lipstick, and I undid it, I unscrewed it, pulled it out, the chamber went with the rest of the wand, and then I tried to, like, put it back together and, like, squeeze it, or, like, kind of seal it, and the chamber gushed all over the outside of the barrel. I'm not a makeup artist, I don't know what the fuck it's called, outside of the lipstick container, and I didn't even know. So I started rubbing my nose and got lipstick all over my nose, and then I looked, and it was, like, all over both of my hands and, like, down my arm. And I was able to fix it enough, but if you watch the MTF schools from this week, you can still see it looks like I have a bloody nose, and it's like, it's fine. Also, in every MTF school this week, I, like, knock something over or drop something. I don't know. Oh, the choice. Yeah. Thank you for the moral support, though, guys. I hope it's at least entertaining. Okay. I think... I don't know what hoppa means. Slapstick writers wish they could come up with something half as chaotic as that. I hate always playing the DID card, but, like, that is my life, is, like, what has been happening. It is, like, it's like a, what do they call it? Like a bag of cats or something, and it's just going in every direction at the same time. People don't say that. I made that up. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking with it. We're gonna do the eyeliner. God damn it. You know what? We're gonna use, the ACLU of New Hampshire is gonna help us here. And then I'm gonna read the updates on what is happening in New Hampshire. Okay. Like this? Is this good? Okay. I've already gotten it all over my finger. Okay, let's do this. The power of ACLU compels me. No, I'm gonna do the corner like this. Trying to get it to lay flat. Maybe I should try using a mirror. Maybe that is also the problem. That part. Cool. I'm just gonna set up the... Oh. Draw the wing on your finger, then stamp it onto your face. Is that the move? Versus the paper? I'm a little scared to do that. It's a move. I'm committing. I'm pulling it. I'm committing. I wouldn't call it the move. Okay. We have a baseline. Wait, that actually kind of... Okay. I've never heard of the trick with the finger either. That's clever too. Yeah, same. I don't trust myself to be like that precise with it. Like, I feel like it's just gonna like... The paper trick though, I feel like if you can get it really flat, usually cheat and use something as a straight edge. Yeah. Your mileage may vary. Wait, you made that up? You've never tried it nor seen anyone else do it? Not to be like really like... I think it's the frame rate. I'm blaming the frame rate of the Instagram Live because I think there's a delay. So when I'm trying to do it, I'm overcompensating. But if I look in a mirror, there's no delay. Mirror, mirror on the wall. But then the lighting is a whole nother fucking beast. I just need to fix this one, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the eyeliner. No, totally. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's perfect. This must stress y'all the fuck out watching this. It kind of looks like a witch's hat. I'm going to try blending with some eyeshadow at this point. You'll definitely give it a try tomorrow. Please let me know how it goes. Also, I forgot to mention, or I don't know if I mentioned in the past like 10-ish minutes, if you follow MTF School, we have a group chat going. So I gotta sneeze. We have a group chat going. So if you want me to add you to it, please raise your hand via emoji. We've been like staying in touch throughout the week, as a group, kind of being like, you know, who's starting HRT and like, you know, who has a blaha and all that really important stuff. So let me know if you want me to add you. It's just really high up. I think there's like 20 people in the group chat now. Wait, what do you mean lazy? Please, God. Oh, your Chiefs fiasco. Okay, AC music. Oh, I haven't been taking attendance. I'm putting the eyeliner away. I'm gonna overcorrect for the next fucking 30 minutes. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. Attendance. Where's my fucking notebook? Where's my pen? I was on live for almost 4 hours last Friday. And, like, Mike got home from work and he's like, what are you doing? Quit while you're ahead, or at least before you get further behind. That part. God, where's my pen? My life is like a consistent series of like holding things and then forgetting them. And then trying to find them. But then finding something that I didn't realize I forgot I was looking for. Oh, it's right here. Cool. Okay. Oh, you have to go, Lisa. All right. Sorry about the shoes. You'll get them next time. And thank you for hanging out. And we'll see you in the group chat. And congratulations on HRT this week. I'm glad you're feeling the good feels. And stay in touch. I hope you have a great weekend. Love you. And thank you for hanging out. I always appreciate it. And it really makes me happy. Add to group chat before I forget. AC music. Anyone else? Whoa. Zonk, Zook. I love that name. Zilla's feed. Okay. Starfus Gold. If any of y'all are still here and want to be part of the group chat, please let me know. Okay. Zink Sock Zook. I love that name. Would you rather be able to fly, but it has a similar level of exertion and speed to running, or turn invisible, but your clothes won't turn invisible with you? I'm really thinking about this. I just watched The Incredibles the other night, and that is what I'm thinking of. And, they solved this problem by having Edna Mode make special suits that Violet could completely turn invisible with, and that Dash could run without chafing or catching on fire. So for me, God, I think invisible but clothes wouldn't turn invisible if that has to be the sacrifice, you know? I want to... Turning invisible is like something I really need a lot, especially working in retail. where there's a lot of times that I like just don't want to be fucking like now. Yeah, so I'd say invisible. Because I'm scared 99% of the time. And when it's not in a situation where I have control, like I'm in my bedroom right now and I feel safe and I have my safe things, I definitely prefer to be invisible. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I hope that answers that. I took that very seriously. AC music. It's actually quite a coincidence that I'm on your stream right now. It's currently 2:35 a.m. here in Germany, and technically you're sitting at work on the night shift. That's awesome. I have a few friends from Germany now who have like been on IG Live. So that's really cool. What do you do for work on the night shift? I always forget. I have a friend, Prism Juno, Yannick, who's in Germany. I always forget that like people are different. I have like friends in the UK, like Alex now. And then last week I was talking with Ruby Ray, who's has her own podcast, and I'm gonna do a podcast with her next Friday, but she's in China, so it's a 12-hour 12-hour age gap is not the right word. 12-hour time zone difference. So I'm gonna be doing it at 10 p.m. my time after I get off of study hall, and then it'll be 10 a.m. her time. So that'll be cool. It is 8:39 p.m. here in New England. Zing Song Suk. Do you know Zip Zap Zop, like the theater kid game? I've seen The Incredibles like 16 times. Goated movie. It's so good, and I love the second one as well. I think I'd like invisible more, but I also think I would go with flying. I think invisibility would quickly turn into an unhealthy coping mechanism for me relating to dysphoria and public perception. Felt. I also can see it's something... I can see it becoming something where I developed anxiety around being visible. That is the trans experience in a nutshell, though. That is so true. I can feel the smudging. You love theater? Yeah, awesome. Zip Zap Zop. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like the group. It's like a circle game. It's 1:39 in England. In old England. Wow. Yeah. It's I have no idea what I'm talking about. Did anyone else want to be on the group chat? Let me know. I think the only way to save this from smearing anymore is I don't know if you can do this technically. This might be breaking the rules. I'm gonna do a setting spray and then I'm gonna keep going. You work in forensic psychiatry on a locked ward. And oh wow, China is a whole different story when it comes to time zone. It burns. You work forensic psychiatry. What is forensic psychiatry? Is that like intensive care, like behavioral health? And China is a whole different time zone. Wait, were you the one in? Yes, you're in the one in Germany. Okay. Yeah, that was fun. Ruby and I going back and forth trying to like figure out when our schedules overlap when it's literally like exact opposite sides of the fucking globe. But we got it. Also, I spent a lot of money on transitioning. Everybody has got to see my transgender swag. It will hover 50 feet in the air to preach the good transgender word. Amen. Yeah, because then you're just the flag. You're just flying through the sky. I love that. Yeah, like if the clothes are good, why hide them? Edward was presumably not for too long at a time, or you'll get very out of breath. At 50, you'd have to shout quite loudly as well. It would be great cardio though. Yeah. Feet. At 50 feet, you have to shout quite loudly. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Where's my brush? The power of eyeshadow. Okay. Therapy for offenders who committed a crime while under the influence of drugs, specifically undergoing therapy in a secure ward instead of serving time in prison. Wow. I've never heard of that before. That's really crazy. Wow. I guess that does make sense though. Like, it seems important. So that's cool. I hope it helps people. You got the cutest dress ever yesterday, and you're wearing it out tomorrow night to hang out with your friend who turned transgender via subliminal dream messaging, and I'm so excited. What's the dress? That's so exciting. And yes, being trans is contagious, and everyone is just an egg until you crack. Or you break your makeup palette. I was actually turned trans by an ancient god who cursed my entire bloodline. And so I was destined to end my bloodline. So my brother was destined to like men, and I was destined to not be one anymore. And alas, we are the last of our bloodline. It's a cute little summer dress with flowers, and it makes my waist look snatched and my boobs look huge. Yes, it's summer dress season. The motto of the militant transgender activists, you're all eggs, crack or boil. Fuck. So true. Unfortunately, there's no good environment for queer people. That's actually causing you serious problems with transitioning. It's a long story. I definitely need a new job soon to be happy. I'm gonna read that again. Yes, but unfortunately, there's no good environment for queer people. In Germany, or in that job. That's actually causing me serious problems with transitioning. It's a long story. I definitely need a new job soon to be happy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're struggling with that. And I really hope you find like an environment with more queer people. Yeah. But yeah, no, I hope that this community that we are building is helpful, even if it gives you hope. Or just like feeling heard and seen. Even if you're 50 feet in the sky and wearing trans swag. Oh, in that job. Yeah. That is fair. Is Germany overall like pretty supportive? Zing Song Suk. She was my best friend from like 4th through 6th grade, and then I switched school districts and didn't see her again until I was 23. I had a dream that she was in, and I woke up and was like, I wonder how she's doing. I looked her up and saw that she was transitioning and seemed to be doing really well, and I was like, oh. Yes, it was the what am I trying to say? The strings of fate bound you together in transgender destiny. And when someone tugged one end of the fate string, you felt your egg crack. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that as a cis man, but probably jealous and envious isn't the correct answer. Oh, like when you found out that you were... Oh, and then you started HRT 4 months later. Yup. That's how it goes. It was so fucking confusing to be trans before HRT, because then your body is kind of governed by, like... Your body is governed by the hormone changes. The intrusive thoughts won. Yeah, because, like, I thought I was gender fluid for a long time, because then I'd be like... Oh, I look rough. I would be like... I mean, also, sexuality is just weird as well, with, you know, going between testosterone and estrogen, like, your body constantly fluctuating, but I was like, some days I was like, yeah, I can make it work. I can be a guy. And then it just kept crashing back down, and I was just like, this is not working. And then I was just like, I know that I'm only going to be happy if I transition, and stop trying to, like, gaslight myself that, like, hey, today wasn't so bad. Maybe I don't have to transition. But Germany is very open. However, due to current political developments, the country is shifting further to the right and freedoms are increasingly being curtailed. These are very difficult times. Wow. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad it is at least open a little bit right now. I don't know anything about, like, what's going on there politically. Wow. I'm sorry if that's happening, though. Yeah. Prism Juno, my friend Yannick, puts a lot on her story about, like, the politics and stuff over there, but it's all in German, and I can't read it, so I don't really know what's going on. I find it really hard to get used to being a trans woman and not being like, yeah, I still, for all intents, look like a man, but I'm transitioning. Shit just takes forever. I find it really hard to get used to being a trans woman and still not being like, yeah, I still, for all intents, look like a man. Yes. I spent so long waiting for, like, when I pass, and now I get called sir probably less often than I get called ma'am pre-transition. Now you get called sir less often than you got called ma'am pre-transition. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, I call it the what is it? What do I call it? The, broccoli stage or something. It's like when you're in between, like, you're just fresh out of fresh on HRT, and, like, you kind of have left one island and you haven't really gotten to the other island yet, and you're kind of in the middle for a long time. I remember people having, like, no idea, like, how to address me, and then I would, like, try to, like, really do it up with like, jewelry and stuff, and then people would dead name me, and I'd be like, the nightmare stage, exactly. It is hell. Like, I honestly just, like, wore sweatshirts and a hood every day, because I was just like, it was awful. So, like, until my hair got long enough that it was out of the broccoli stage. Is it broccoli? Do you know, like, the kind of TikTok, like, Gen Z boy trend where they, like, their hair they, like, shave it all and then it's all, like, bleh? That's kind of, like, what my hair looked like when I first started growing it out, because it was curly and I was growing from a buzz cut, and it was just, like, you spent the first year boy moding at the end. My coworkers were mostly like, No longer man, not quite woman, a creature. Trademark it. That's it. A creature. Yeah, because it's like when you're in that stage during transitioning, like the rest of society is like, they don't know what to do with that. But it's like, it's our kind of like little chrysalis metamorphosis, like not a butterfly yet stage. The broccoli cut. You were lucky to have grown your hair out before transitioning. Jealous, but awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're able to. My parents kept me cutting my hair until like I absolutely refused. So I wish. But eventually I just like was like, no. And then they were like, okay. You believe in the good in people and that something always comes from the worst of backgrounds. The only question is when. Are you talking about your job or are you talking about like politics? Oh, you have to go. Okay, sorry. Your stream was definitely a lot of fun. I unfortunately have to go now, but I definitely hope to join your stream again sometime and maybe I can show you my terrible makeup skills in the group. Awesome. Let me add you to the group chat when I get off. And have a good rest of your shift. Thank you for hanging out. Very nice to meet you. I'm doing these every Friday night. So yeah. If you're around, I know it's really late your time, but like feel free to come hang out again or just kind of send us pictures in the group chat. And yeah, I hope this is helpful as well. And thank you for hanging out. Nice to meet you. Yes. Everyone will. It was the first time I was like, I actually like something about myself. Being a guy with long hair was interesting. Yeah. I recently, so, hold on. I just need to change the music, sorry. Why is my laptop doing nothing? Hello? Apologies. Let's play. Okay. Sorry. You were reasonably attractive, more or less, and it's interesting to compare the level of sexual harassment I got pre and post transition. Men are scarier and creepier, but women are sometimes way bolder in my experience, at least. Yes. 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 I hear that. I remember before I transitioned, I was still having to boy mode and everyone still thought I was a straight man. So whenever I'd try to be friends with other girls, they'd be like, and I'm like, like, no, let's kiki. And they're like, you know, definitely had like, thought I was like becoming good friends with a girl. And then she like put her hand on my thigh and I was like, right. But so definitely they're way more bold, but once you become a woman and then men are hitting on you, the power dynamics get really scary. And misogyny is the 7th level of hell. Because then you lose your voice and they just trap you. Sorry, that's really dark. Old woman and her husband told you she was going to... Yeah. You were like, I don't know quite what I'm supposed to say to that. Oh, that was before you transitioned. Yikes. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was like, besides like straight girls kind of not wanting to accept that I was gay and just be friends with me, which was kind of like whatever. It was like, it was frustrating and like a little uncomfortable, but then like when I transitioned, yeah, goodbye, please never speak to me again would be a decent start. Since we're having kind of heavier conversations, just putting some trigger warnings down. Yeah, I kind of was like, yay, male attention. Because like I suddenly, when I started passing, men started paying attention. And unfortunately, I was very naive. And, yeah. Honestly, that was something where, like, it was bold enough that I wasn't particularly bothered by it, but it was so shocked that someone actually would say that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that's still, like, really, that's really uncomfortable and scary. I'm sorry that someone said that to you. That is crazy. Please don't do that, but, any questions for the farmer? Wait, gag. No. Not someone saying they're the roofie queen while you're in a pharmacy. That's insane. I have my pharmacy tech license and I just quit in the pharmacy. Because, conversations like that freak me the fuck out. Not like that specifically, but like people just kind of being like, what do you mean my bed's not ready? My husband has surgery in an hour. And then I'd be like, so I am just I'm just a cashier now. I returned my scrubs to the pharmacy and I said, I am just gonna stock shelves. So you want to switch to the hospital. That's crazy that you're a pharmacy tech too. But yeah, people are fucking crazy. What? It's not ready? I called it in 3 months ago. I don't know what pharmacy you work for, but in our pharmacy, if they don't pick it up in 2 weeks, it gets put on hold. And then they come in and they're like, and if they don't have an extra refill, then they have to fucking wait. Sorry, big dog. We hold scripts for 10 days. Oh yeah, that's even tighter. Sorry, big dog. Yeah. And then they're like, but I don't have email, but I don't have like a cell phone. I'm sorry, we don't have landline. No one's gonna call you on your landline and be like, your prescription is ready. I don't know. People. It is much nicer fighting with people over $2 because a sale sign said dish soap was $2 less than it actually was. Last week I was in the pharmacy and gate shuts at 1:30. Gate shuts. And I had some lady come up to me and she was like, I drove 30 minutes to be here. You really are just going to close right now? Like, it doesn't matter that I drove all this. I'm like, no. I'm like, I can't, like, gates closing. But, like, literally gave me a ton of shit and I literally couldn't say anything. And I was like, I'm not working through, like, God bless. I hope you didn't need this medication, but you can wait half an hour. Like, we're open at 2. You don't, like, I'm not working through my fucking lunch. But I know, like, pharmacists who do, and, like, pharm techs who do, and I'm just, like, no. Holy shit, man, how are you real people? Like, I swear to God, the pharmacy is like where human decency goes to die, because people will like just start throwing fucking tantrums. And like, yeah, it's a lot. But that was a big, I was very happy I did that for my mental health. I was like, okay, no more pharmacy for me. I tried it all winter because front store hours get cut seasonally. But then they just got to the point where they had their full summer staff come back. So I was no longer technically on the schedule. So I just turned in my scrubs and said no. And they were starting to try to pull me in every single day out of the front store, even though I'm not on the schedule, just because they're understaffed. And I said, no, I'm done. You had a guy come through. I'm like, I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but like, I'm not like really mentioning where I'm working. I also don't work in the pharmacy anymore. I had a guy come through on his motorcycle drinking an extra strength twisted tea to pick up his methadone, and I was like, damn, man. For real. The thing I do miss about the pharmacy drive-thru though is like all the dogs that would come through, and we'd have like a little bag of treats for them. But then definitely have had people like hotbox us, like people rolling up in their fucking like VW wagon, hotboxed windows, and then like they roll the window down and it comes right in. And like everyone's just like, so yeah, it's people do what they gotta do, I guess. You spent too many resources on pharmacy. You've got your PTCB certification and can give vaccines and shit. You've been working in pharmacy for 5 years now. Are you in pharmacy school? Like, are you trying to become a pharmacist? Drive-through pharmacies are wild. Yes. And we've been so understaffed that they've literally just like shut the gate every day. And then people sit outside the closed gate that has a sign that says we are understaffed, please come in. And they are like, I've had people like literally like tap on the window with their credit card. Like, I swear to God. It's a miserable dead-end job, but the pay is good enough that I can't justify working somewhere else at the moment. Pharmacy, yeah, it's not that bad, like, financially. I told this story last week, but I am not in pharmacy school, and that's not my tea, not my dream. I was just kind of doing it to pick up hours, and you can basically just kind of like pay $40 for the state of Maine to get a pharmacy tech license, and then they'll train you in-house as long as you're already working for a pharmacy. And so I basically have been learning like the names of the meds and stuff as I go, and I definitely like straight up looked in a man's eyes and asked him what Sildenafil was for. Yeah. You're working towards a med lab tech degree with the eventual goal of going to mid school and becoming an endocrinologist specializing in trans healthcare. That is awesome. You used to want to be a pharmacist. Nightmare. That's awesome that you want to be an endocrinologist. Nightmare convo. That's really cool. I really hope you get there. The community can definitely needs more endocrinologists. Medicine is so interesting, yeah. It really is. Like, hormone replacement therapy is some witchcraft, I swear to God. you're going to be an evil endocrinologist and gatekeep it from everyone else. I don't know if you follow MTF School, but we were talking about telehealth, trans healthcare this week. Do you believe in that? Or would you work for a company like that? Okay, I finally fucking got this eyeliner. 1 milligram estradiol tablet, 500 grams spironolactone. Yeah. Spironolactone was like, rest in peace, my blood pressure. I woke up at the bottom of a tub because I like passed out going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Like it gave me hypotension bad. I don't know enough about it per se, but I think it seems like a good service if it's not like prohibitively expensive. Yeah. That's true. 500 grams. Do you eat it in a bowl with milk? That's crazy. That's really funny. $500 grams. I love getting dizzy every time I stand up. I love peeing every 10 minutes. Yeah. It is yeah. Breakfast coffee, 2 slices of toast, half a kilo of progesterone. I got orchiectomy as soon as I fucking could because of spironolactone. Half a kilo of prog rectally, the suppository way. Rectally. Speaking of, hear me out. When you have surgery and you're on like oxys, you get so congested or constipated that like I didn't realize that. Like both times I had surgery, I either had to have suppositories or laxatives. Like it stops the system. I wanted to do monotherapy and my endo was like, no, it'll give you blood clots. And I was like, I don't think it'll give me blood clots. And he was like, no, monotherapy. What is monotherapy? I haven't heard of that. He told me if you didn't want to take Spiro, you could get an Orchie after a year and got scared because you'd only realized you were trans for 2 months at that point, so I stopped asking about it. Yeah. Whoa. That's pretty soon. I only got it early because I was waitlisted for full body surgery. And I was like, I can't wait that long. I need to get off Spiro. But there are totally other, like methods for T blockers that I could have tried. But the dysphoria one, I fear. I never did mascara. If your estrogen is sufficiently high, it will suppress testosterone. Usually it has to be with injections to achieve a high enough blood concentration. Could I try a higher dose of E and no Spiro? How about you cut your balls off instead? Jesus Christ. I didn't know having a higher dose of estrogen suppressed it. I just thought, like, the girls would keep fighting as long as one of them wasn't put in timeout. Your endo trolls me by setting the goal for E to be at, like, whoa, 100 nanograms per milliliter. I'm on 1 milligram of medroxyprogesterone a day, and then I take 7 milligrams of estradiol tablets a day, and that's my tea. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna take more than what you're prescribing me. This is where it gets dangerous. We're also listening to Gigsy at Gigsy Music. Why medroxyprogesterone if you're comfortable sharing? Peanut allergy? I actually don't know. I was on the progesterone capsules, and I actually don't remember why I switched to medroxyprogesterone. It might have been the levels or something. But I was on, like, a 100 micrograms of progesterone capsules, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do the medroxy now. But I started progesterone to, like, restart breast growth because it stopped about 2 or 3 years into estrogen. It was your understanding it wasn't used too much in patients who don't have peanut allergies because of increased risk of side effects and depression. Oh my god, hey Ruby! One sec, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna talk like this so I don't mess it up. How long have I been transitioning? My 10-year anniversary on hormones will be in October. Hi Ruby, I still need to send you that headshot. I've been deciding what to do. I know, goated username, right? I was listening to your Sasquatch podcast episode, and learning a lot about doing surgery on mice's brains and the psychology of sleep and smells that Parmesan and puke are the same smell. Did not know that. But I'm very glad I do. No worries. Yes. I was talking with my boyfriend and trying to figure out what I should use. I was like, I'm trying to think if I should do something more MTF school or should I do something more like I do for my podcast. So I'm so excited about next week though. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's going to be like, because it's 10 o'clock next Friday. Ryan is pretty proud he wants to do UFOs next. That's awesome. You guys are really entertaining. Wait, Ryan's the brain surgeon, right? Or the neurosurgeon. Oh, you're 15 months on estrogen or on hormones. Wow, congratulations. 15 months. Yeah. I'm super excited. I've been like talking to Mike about it all like the past night and everything. Like, so I'm gonna pick out a cute outfit. I'm gonna do my normal kind of study hall like I do right now, and then I'll like take a break and then go down and like turn on the lights and set up for the filming. I'm so excited. It's the first time I've done a podcast, like someone else's podcast, in a very long time. Whoa. Rest in peace, headphone users. Or anyone's eyes. $16 months. Wow. I didn't realize. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've 10 years. It's like crazy. But yeah. Still trying to figure it out though. It is a journey. It is a never-ending journey. 3 years on social transition though. Oh, cool. That's really cool. 16 months if your last therapist hadn't been so damn lackadaisical about the letter. Oh, for like to get hormones. Even medically transitioning longer than socially transitioning. I did that too. I started hormones in October of 2016, and then I didn't come out until March of 2017. So I got like kind of 4 months of estrogen changes under my belt before I like physically came out, which really wasn't that much, but let's go jump them. I'm gonna do more powder, and that's probably as good as this makeup's gonna go. TBH. You gradually told friends, and then like a year came out publicly at a year. Wow. You haven't told all of your relatives though. You're still not out at work, which is weird. Working here, you need to work according to your passport. Oh my god, you're stealth over there. Wow. You're low-key waiting out your grandpa. I'm not laughing. He's old and has fatty liver disease and is also evil. I'm not laughing. You want to get a new job in part because it's hard going from being he, him to people with she, her. Yes. Only on the school grounds, though. You're the biggest boy fail anywhere. Wait, so you present female at work and are stealth? But then, like, you're out everywhere else, kind of? That's not funny. Sorry, my internet died for a second. Yeah. Oh, you got by she, her, they, it is. Yeah. I had some religious family who my family told that I was transitioning, and they just blocked me, and I was like, cool. You present mail. Oh my God, you present mail at work, and now everywhere else, your coworkers automatically avoid. You want to use the teacher. Oh my God. Wow. Is that going to be like a permanent thing, or is that until you get your passport changed? I'm trying to remember what you said. I need to redo blush. That is, wow. That's a lot. That is a lot. I'm so sorry. They just call you teacher because it makes them uncomfortable, probably permanent. Oh my God. Is that because it just like the nature of your job kind of thing, like being in that field in that country? That's really tough. I'm so sorry. It's a good thing they're so sweet. I'm glad the kids are, yeah. Wow. I really take for granted being out. Wow. They know he, him is misgendering, but because I haven't told anyone directly. Gotcha. Wow. I felt like I looked very masculine, but patients would she, her, you. They can't she, her, you. It was really interesting. You were talking about with Luigi and Ryan on your podcast about kind of using like partner, like the term partner, like professionally. So do people kind of use teacher that way too, or do you kind of like have them use teacher specifically to kind of like avoid like unintentionally misgendering? I mean, that's probably a different context, because that's like partner is about like relationships and kind of like the like gender roles kind of implied by people's relationships. Zinc. And when you hung out with some coworkers outside of work, you had 10 or 15 minutes where your coworker Molly were the only two there. Yeah. It was your first time seeing each other outside of work. And is that when you got like she heard? And she was like, hey, can I ask you a question I wanted to ask since I met you? Mm-hmm. For anyone just joining, I've literally done my makeup 3 times tonight. I keep redoing it. I think this is fine. She asked me, so are you like a he, him, or a they, them? The they, themification of trans women is so lower grades ask if I'm a boy or a girl all the time because you use a tie, not a scarf. You just say you're a teacher and that's all that matters. And Zing says, I was like, oh, outside of work, she, her. And she was like, I knew it. She clocked. Oh my God. Yeah, that was weird. I remember going through that phase too, where like I was still boy moding at school because I hadn't come out yet. But then I'd come home and I'd have my family change pronouns and change name with me. But some family members like it took a very long time, even after me coming out publicly, to be able to switch. And that was tough, but that's a head fuck. Like being referred to differently in different parts of your life. That is really tough. I feel that. I'm so sorry. She did, and now you're good friends. That was back when you think you were even using a different name. I'm glad that you have that support. You know. The first while you were going with Kaylee before settling on Julia. Julia's a pretty name. I chose Alice because I just liked it, and then I took my grandmother's middle name, Jean, and then I'd go by AJ to make it easy. And I ended up, I don't know if I actually shared the story, I went by AJ because it sounded androgynous, and it was easier for people to switch from my dead name, Matthew, to Alice. That's like a fucking 180 whiplash head spin. So it's like, just call me AJ. And then people kind of were like, oh, that's fine. That's easier. And then that kind of stuck. My initials used to spell man. Chosen names are so based. And trans girls have like the coolest names ever. Like, one of my friends said she met a trans girl whose name was Hades. And I was like, I could have been so much more creative. God damn. You upgraded to Julia to first name and then had no middle name for a long time and ended up with Renee. That's really pretty. Ooh, I love that. It's your mom's middle name and it means rebirth. Oh, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I did not know that it meant that. That's really cool. Julia Renee is really pretty. I never really had another name picked out. I was like tweaking in high school and I was like, I was like, in a past life, I was a little girl named Alice who died during the Civil War. And that's why I need to call myself Alice now. And then everyone just thinks it's because of like the Alice in Wonderland. And I actually stopped wearing my name tag at work because I had so many men be like, Wonderland? How is it in Wonderland? How's the weather in Wonderland? And I'm like, is it too late to change it? So I got a fake name tag. Which has become a problem because now some of the regulars at the store know me by Allison, which is not my real name. And I still just respond to it, and I don't have the heart to tell them that it's a fake name used to, like, keep men from finding me on Facebook. I know! Goddamn, man. But working in retail as trans is scary because, like, when you do get clocked, it's scary. But then when men are hitting on you and they don't know, that's also scary because then you're like, oh fuck, what if they find out? So it's like freaky. It's just not, it just never feels safe, you know? Male privilege is a forgotten blessing. Like, you know, I miss being able to just be in public and not be worried about people looking me up and down or like staring at me from across the room or like coming up to me and like, you know, doing this whole song and dance and like trying to like kind of trap me into like saying something or, you know, it's just gross. Fucking gross. Zinc, I asked my mom permission to yoink her middle name and she was like, hey, I think I settled on a middle name. And you were like, hey, I think I settled on a middle name, but that I want her approval. And she was like, I'm just warning you, I'm probably not going to like it if it's Lynn, my aunt's middle name. And I was like, how come? And really true, phobia is much less here, not in public. Okay. Wow, okay. Apologies about my Wi-Fi. And she was like, I gave all you and your siblings' middle names. We're reference 2 family members. That's fair. My original middle name was Arden, which was my grandfather's name. And then I swapped and took one of my grandmother's middle names. So I still followed tradition. It's not Lynn, but it is a family name. Did she end up being okay with it? Also, I'm gonna probably wind down in about 10 minutes and film a little bit. And then, call it a night. Renee, right. I had already forgotten. I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, okay, and seemed touched by it and said she approved. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, before I get off, I want to read some ACLU. I could do that for an MTF school. Okay, T. That'll be really easy MTF school. Okay. I think my mom would change her name if I wanted to take her name. What? Wait, is this the mom you were talking about who hangs meat outside her window for the birds? Because that was crazy. I think my mom likes to be uncomfortable with me being trans, but kind of cool about it sometimes. Yeah. You've only been transitioning for like 15 months too, so it's still pretty new. I think hopefully like after a couple years it's gonna be like they won't even think about it, hopefully. No, that's a principal, your old boss. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Making beef jerky out of chicken wings. I thought about that all day. I was stocking shelves and listening to Kaleidoscope, and I was just like, this is amazing. Your mom misgenders and dead names you in texts. Fuck. I'm sorry. Like, I've been transitioned for 10 years and it still happens sometimes. especially like with older family members, but I kind of have to choose my battles and be like, it's not, usually it's not malicious. She told me once that my decisions reflect on her and your brothers and sisters and that they're going to get judged for it once. And I got really upset and I got way too drunk and I cried. That's fucked up. What the fuck? I'm so sorry. I'm so mad for you. Fuck her. You don't talk anymore. Wow. Yeah. God. Ruby, your mom is malicious and she goes out of her way. That's fucked up. I'm glad you don't talk to her. You deserve so much better than that. I think my mom has started using Julia very, very occasionally. She's making an effort and you appreciate that. You wish she was better with it, but she could definitely be worse. Yeah. Points for making an effort, I guess. But, you know, it's like, yeah, like, your relationship with your parents is, like, huge. Like, that's really hard to just write off. It's still your dead name and him 99% of the time, though. I'm sorry. Oh, also, do either of you want to be in the group chat where we have a bunch of, like, trans girls in the group chat? Let me know and I'll add you. It's like a little kind of like offline support group that I've been building. You forgot tonight is your shot night. What's shot night? Wait, like pharmacy shot night? Okay, yeah, I'll add you both. Thank you. Shot night, like doing shots or like practicing vaccines? Are you the pharmacist? Wait. Necronam. Enite. Oh, Enite. Yep. Estradiol Valerie injected into my thigh. I follow this girl on TikTok and she does a TikTok every time she does her E. And she's like, trigger warning needles. And then she just does it. And it's iconic. I'm like, that's the trans visibility we need. You are the pharmacy tech one, yes. I apologize. I have memory loss. Boots. Your patch. I do I've never tried the injections. I'm too scared. I've never tried patches either. I had a friend who had the implant, but that freaked me out because you could like see it in her arm. I've always done like the tablets though. You had your 9th laser hair removal appointment yesterday. Wow. Have you tried electrolysis or you just do laser? I have very interesting opinions on both. Where's my goddamn attendance book? Patches are super stable. You've only done laser so far. Okay. You're going to take it as far as laser will take you and then do electrolysis for the stragglers. Call the week! I've only done it on your face and neck. Laser hurts like a motherfucker. Yes. I had to do electrolysis on my face because my hair wasn't dark enough. And I really only did this area. But like, it hurt too much on the neck. So I still have to shave and I razor burn it up. But then I had 8 or 9 laser hair sessions before surgery. on the bottom half. And I definitely prefer laser because it's faster, even though it does hurt a lot. It's like a rubber band, kind of like, that's very dramatic, but then it's over. You did full body laser, and then you're about to finish your face with electrolysis, also the surgery prep electrolysis. Oh my gosh, you're having surgery soon? And yes, oh my god, the laser hair electrolysis before surgery. Oh my god. Zinc, I had really thick dark facial hair before laser, and it's genuinely been life-changing for me. Because it's like you can do laser with the darker pigment because it can pick it up, but with electrolysis, like, you have to get, if it's like blonder, like, the laser won't pick it up, I guess. That's apparently, I guess, how the science works. I don't know. 60 days. Oh my god. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Are you getting it done in China? Zinc, my first laser appointment was maybe the most painful thing you've ever willingly did. Wow. Did you do numbing cream or anything? You've been posting a trans history reel every day as a countdown. Yes, I have seen those. I need to reshare them. Thailand, right? Okay, yep, you did mention that on a reel, I think. That's cool. I've heard of a lot of girls go to Thailand. You did patches for like 4 or 5 months, but they never got you to be stable or get to good levels. Okay. Dark hair would be much more painful, yeah. No numbing cream, just full setting it and squeezing some stress balls. I did, before electrolysis, because I was such a fucking pussy with pain, which I still am. That's disgusting. I've been ripping apart this makeup wipe. I'm so sorry. I would do, what is it called? Lidocaine cream, and I would put it on like shaving cream, and then I would put saran wrap over my face and hold it there for 30 minutes before session. And that definitely helped. Your endo wanted you to go on tablets after patches failed, and I was like, no, please let me do injections. You preferred injections to tablets? Or was it just the potency? Every time I was in the pharmacy and I sold T injections to like a trans guy, I was like, I'm serving the community. You like injections a lot. They scare the fuck out of me, but I'm glad you like them. I'm glad they work. My eyes keep watering. No. You already take a bunch of other meds and feel like tablets is such a pain. That's fair. That's fair. I'm thinking of my cocktail. Not to dox my medical, whatever, it's fine. I do, like I said, 7 milligrams of estradiol tablets, which is 3.5 2-milligram tablets. I do 1 milligram of medroxyprogesterone. It's very satisfying to stick a needle in my thigh. Love that. And then I'm on 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin XL, extended release, and 200 milligrams of lamotrigine, and 0.1 milligrams of clonidine. It's a little ritual. Oh, and then I take vitamin D, just to be quirky. my god, hi guys. Everyone's joining right now. Here, let me add, while I'm thinking about it, let me add y'all to the group chat. Adding okay, Julia, gotcha. Ruby, done. Okay, Julia, let me follow you back. Oh my god, world's okayest pharmacy tech is crazy. Okay. Let me know if you didn't get on. You're on Wellbutrin, estradiol, Focalin, spironolactone, sertraline, and NP thyroid. I don't know what Focalin is. You're on E, Prog, and Spiro. Girl, I used to be on risperidone for antipsychotic. I gained 40 pounds. It took me years to get rid of it. It's an ADHD med. Gotcha. Girl, I sold so much Adderall as a pharmacy tech, and people would get so fucking pissed when they had to show their ID. Because it's a controlled substance. Sertraline and Wellbutrin are antidepressants, yeah. I love Miss Lamotrigine because she makes you lose weight. She's a unintentional GLP-1. I lost so much weight on her. And Miss Clonidine, I love her too. I was taking Miss Hydroxyzine for anti-panic as well, but then that would put me to sleep. Hypothyroidism. Does anyone else want to be in our MTF school group chat? Raise your hand and I'll add you. Hydroxyzine as needed, yeah. Can't wait to not have to take Spiro anymore. 60 days, yes. Ambien, too, yeah. You have an at-home pharmacy at this point, real. Get that CVS ready, Phil. Had the worst meal of your life on Ambien. Why? I don't know anything about Ambien. That's the sleep one, right? Yes, please, for the group chat. You got it. Bowl of grape juice with grapes and Twizzlers in it? What? Okay, adding. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, looks like you're in. Am I following you? Let me find out. Guys, Juniper Blessing, I can't believe. Oh my god. She's the girl who I think she got murdered in Seattle. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, bye, Ruby. Love you, girl. I'll be in touch once I get off live. I'm gonna find a picture and send it to you. And if I don't, well, I'll definitely probably talk to you before next Friday. But I'm very excited. So have a good day at work. Oh wait, it's Saturday. I don't know if you're working. Julia, one time I took too much because I needed to sleep and got trapped in my photos app on my phone. You've entered the Twilight dimension. The ambient dimension. Real. Okay. Alright. The ambient dimension is hell. Yep. Yeah. I've never tried Ambien. Speaking of the ambient dimension, now that everyone has migrated to the group chat, I'm gonna use the bathroom and I'm gonna get off live and I'm gonna film a couple MTF schools, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. And then Mike is gonna bring me a milkshake. And I'm gonna watch Shadow Lord Mall and make chicken tenders. You don't necessarily recommend it, but it is interesting. Yeah. You need to go shower so you can sleep, Max, before hanging out with your friend tomorrow. Have fun with your friend tomorrow. And also, nice meeting you. Good night. And thanks for hanging out. And we'll stay in touch in the group chat. Sounds good. All right. Well, have a great night. Love you guys. I'm going to post... I gotta sneeze. I'm going to download this and then post it on my YouTube. If anyone missed it, it's youtube.com/aj.offthehook. And I have all of my MTF hangouts there. So for people who like just want to hang out or like, you know, put something on in the background or whatever, if they meet or if they miss, they have a more interesting Friday night than me and they miss this. So pleasure meeting you too. It was pleasure commiserating about the pharmacy dimension. And I look forward to getting to know you better. So thank you. And have a good night, everyone who's still here. So, and if you are on this, or if you're watching this on YouTube later when it comes out and you want to be added to the MTF School group chat, send me a message or a comment and I will add you. It is our little support group. And also it definitely helps because like sometimes I can't, like people, like I try to respond to messages as much as I can and people have questions. So that's also a good part of like the group chat is like if people ask questions, someone else can jump in and help as well. So support group. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the chicken tender Shadow Lord Mall dimension. So have a good night, guys. Love you.